Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how to create a motion graphic like this. It's a 3 second long animation and it's for a company called Fun and Learn. They are into providing childcare services. So you can see that the word fun has been animated in a fun way. Then the end drop in and the learn is a write on effect. So we're going to look at how to create this animation in After Effects. Okay. So first we will tackle the N. It is a cube that is rotating, bouncing. Uh, so we'll look at how to create this N cube and then make it rotate and bounce. And then FUN, these are three separate letters. The Z position of the layer has been animated in this, and this is a write-on effect. All right, so let's jump right into it. First step is to find an image. So I just search for n lettered block. Okay, because I wanted n. So if you want to find something else, it's totally up to you. And I use this one um, for the project. All right. So in Photoshop, what you need to do is make sure that this graphic is as a cube. So it was the width and height were different. So I made it 4 by 4. All right. And then I cleaned up the edges and left a little bit of unevenness to give a realistic feel to it. All right. So that is the first step to make sure that it's a square. All right. Now in After Effects, I'll create a new composition and I wanted to post it on Instagram, so I'm using a square composition. But if you want to put it on a TV monitor, or you can decide what size you want. It can be a HD TV resolution as well. Okay. So if you go to the project, we will import the file. So here is the N block, which is square in size. And for this project, I had this Fun and Learn logo. It's a PNG file. So I separated the FUN and then I separated the learn. All right. And I'm using a background image. So I'll import the N letter and drag it into the timeline. And if you look at here, it is 288 by 288 in size. That is important. So the pixels are important because we have to create a cube and then we have to move this graphic up and down by half of this number. So it has to be an even number. So if it is not, then you will have to change it in Photoshop to make sure that it's an even number. And the anchor point has to be in the center. So I think this is kind of big. So I'm going to go to scale and make it 50% small. I don't know if I can do that. I'll just leave it the way it is. First, we will make it a cube and then we can change the size later on. All right. So to make a cube, you need 6 sides. So you're going to Control D 6 times. 1, 2, or we will do 2 at a time so you understand how this works. Right. So we have to decide which one is front, which one is back, which one is top, which one is bottom, which one is left, and which one is right. So I will open the first. I will make it 3D layers. Open the position, and here I'll make it 144 in Z axis. Okay. So if you go to custom view, because you have made it 3D, and then you can see that this has moved inside by 144. And then if I open this, I will type minus 144. Okay, so 144 is half of 288. All right, so this is going to be a 288 by 288 cube. So now if I duplicate this, control D, I'll put it at 0 first. Okay, and we will move it. So now we don't know how much is 144. So what I will do is, this is when I'll delete this and I will control D, control D. So total 6. Actually, let me start it all over. Make this 0. Alright, it's better to duplicate it 6 times. Okay, and then if you look at the position, we are going to move X and Y as well, and these are odd numbers, so we have to add 144 to this, and the math gets a little complicated. So to make things easy, what I'll do is I'll go to layer, new, null object, and I will parent all these to the null object, and now the positions are 0. Okay, so I can start over the process again, and I will move this 144 in the back. This is minus 144. So we are done with back and front. Then this will be, say, now we'll go from right to left. So the middle one, 144. So it goes down. This middle one goes minus 144. This first one goes 144, and the bottom one goes minus 144. Okay, so we have moved everything in X, Y, and Z. Now we need to rotate. The first two we don't have to worry about. Sorry, I'm hitting the R key for rotate and deselect. So deselecting the layers. First one I don't need, second one I don't need, third one now which we need to figure out which direction we want to rotate. So we'll try X first. Alright, so that is right. So it will be 90 degrees, and the second one will be 90 as well. So we got the top and bottom done. Then we'll try this one, and this is 90 and 90. Okay, so this is also done. And then if you select the null and hit the R, you can see your cube. Okay, so now that the cube is done, you can select the null and scale it by 50%. Okay, and because it is a 2D null, not a 3D null, it is elongated, so we'll make it 3D, and now it has scaled down to become small. Okay, so the first step is done. What we can do is get in our background. Okay, and place it below. Make it 3D as well. We'll go to top view, front view, and scale this one big so it covers the entire screen. Okay, and if you go to composition settings, we are using a white background color. Now what I'll do is select an ellipse tool and double click on ellipse tool, and that will create this. Okay, we'll make this square So our ellipse will also be square. Okay, and then we will, so it creates a mask because the background layer was selected, and then I double clicked on the ellipse, and then I'm going to open the mask and increase the feather amount. Okay, so you get a feather, then you can further increase the feather amount, so you get a nice hotspot here. And then this, I'll go to T for opacity and reduce the opacity to say 50. Okay, so you get a nice background, and then you can lock that background. All right, so the background is done, the cube is done. We can create layer new camera. Okay, and I'm using a one node camera, not animating the camera, so it doesn't really matter. We just need a camera so that we can convert this to active camera. So we have a 3D view, and null can be rotated, not in X, Y. Okay, and actually the background, what I will do is, you can see that when I'm rotating it is going inside. So if you go to two views, so the cube and the background are on the intersecting each other. So I'll just open the position and then move the background back. Okay, and then I will have to scale the background so that it is a square. Okay, so now the background is in the back and the cube is in the middle, and then you get this N. You can rotate it in such a way that one N is visible clearly, and it has to be the right direction, and the other one should not be so clear. Okay, now here is where we want to move the camera so we can see some top, so it gives a better 3D look. So I'll select the camera and open the position and move the Y up, down, and hit the rotate key and rotate the Y. It will be actually Z, or is it X? Okay, so you can see the top and the bottom. Now the other thing I did was, I wanted different colors for the N block on different sides. So if you select the front side, you can go to Effect, Color Correction, Color Balance, HLS, and you can change the color, and I wanted like a nice dark blue color to it. So you can do the same thing to the top and the bottom. So maybe the top remains green, and then the left one we can add color balance and add some, maybe a red color. Okay, so the block has multiple colors, and in the next class we will look at how to work with the fun animation. All right, thanks.